Welcome back to The Other Side. This is episode 4. And for episode 4, we have two special guests. We have Yash,
Hello.
hot guy plenty.
Can you not go there?
We have Neal, pretty boy Neal. I kind of want to start because we have the two people who have senior high names.
Senior
Hot guy
high
plenty,
names.
Senior high names.
pretty boy Neal.
Yeah.
How did they come along? Give us the backstory.
Start off with how Plenty
Because
came about.
Plenty's was the first one. So first we start with Plenty. How did Plenty come
Why
along?
Plenty?
Why Plenty?
This is the most stupidest reason ever. So, basically,
Yeah.
Plenty is my unofficial nickname.
Official.
And
It's official. It's your-
unofficial.
What is your
Dude,
official?
we've
What
had
is
it
your
for-
under? What
I
is
don't
Since
have
like
a
year
nickname.
9
Since like
or
year 9,
10.
year 10.
This came up in year 10, right? So, Plenty came up in year 10 in a Gujarati lesson, and I wasn't in that class myself. Basically, if I remember, it was Dhaval, and he was writing a Gujarati essay. And so my dad's name means Vipul, and in Gujarati, Vipul means plenty.
Don't bang the table, by the way.
Can you cut that off?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And then, so in his essay, Dhaval wrote a sentence, and he said something with the word Vipul.
Yeah.
And I think the Gujarati teacher gave him like 3 ticks on that word, so he got extra marks just for using that word. And since then,
Okay, I
think
didn't know about that part.
once he got the paper back, like the exam paper, he saw that word, and then he started telling everyone that, look, I got 3 marks on Vipul, and that's how Plenty became Vipul. Like,
Vipul
That's how-
became Plenty.
yeah, so that's how. And then it's not a good reason. And then from there on, I think their class started calling me that.
Everyone called you
Everyone
Plenty.
in the year group started calling me
Went
that.
around to different schools.
And then it went to different schools, even in like PA expeditions.
Man, we were stupid
Everyone
as kids.
just not good.
And then where did hot guy Plenty come from?
I do not know that story.
You don't know that story?
I don't
It
know.
just
I know
came
that
up.
story.
Yes, sir. You
I
tell
know
me.
that story. I think it was Murtaza.
Huh?
Was
who
it
came up with
Murtaza?
it. I think it was Murtaza who
I
came
don't
up
know.
with it.
What was it? I don't know.
If anything, it has to be Murtaza who came up with it.
I don't remember. I just remember that Hot Guy Plenty came up in year 12.
Yeah,
Someone
Murtaza.
did
I'm
talk.
pretty sure Murtaza is the one who came up with it.
I just remember one day someone started calling me Hot Guy
Murtaza is
Plenty.
the one who started.
And then he was called PBN.
Pretty boy.
Neal.
This one Radhika,
Radhika, yeah, she was-
and all.
I think it was Radhika as
Vishnu-
well who made
Vishnu
up
was
Hot
there
Guy
as well.
Plenty.
No, Hot guy Plenty has to be Murtaza.
Okay, we should ask him.
And then he's the one who spread it to all the other schools as well.
Yeah, but that one was a bit low key. No one really knew that one.
Which one?
Now everyone knows.
Yeah. It's great. After 3 years of uni, it's gonna.
It's gonna live with you now.
Yeah. No, there's no way that's going on.
Even my parents know
For
that.
Plenty
I'm called
more
Plenty.
years to come.
Because what happened, yeah, great. What happened was in graduation, when I went in senior high, when I went to collect the thing.
Oh yeah.
So everyone scrambled like Plenty, and my parents were at the back. And after graduation, they asked me like, why were people calling you Plenty?
Wait, this was in
It's
senior
the
high
same thing happened to
graduation.
me.
Senior
My
high.
mom keeps asking why do people call you PBN? And then
Peanut butter, Neil.
literally just a few weeks ago when I was in London at my uncle's place, he has this whey protein
Yeah.
and the thing says PBN on it.
Oh my god.
So my mom's like, look Neil, it says PBN on this.
Your mom is teasing you
Yeah,
with PBN.
even your parents are into this now. This is like mission accomplished. At least your dad doesn't feel bad.
My dad doesn't feel bad, but my mom was like, why do they call you that? Then
Did
I
you
had to
tell
tell her the whole backstory, and she was like, that's not even funny.
It was funny at
It
the
was
time.
funny.
And now it just stuck. So
No, we were stupid as kids. That's
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
anyways, today we're here to discuss the hottest topic on the planet Earth.
Not me.
Not you.
Not hot.
No, not one guy plenty.
No.
But we're here to discuss Area 51.
Yes.
But we kind of wanted to make, because last week, not last week, but last episode did really well when we were talking about, kind of concerning issues as well. So this time we want to make that, we're going to go the same line. So you had this idea where you wanted to talk about Area 51, and the insane amount of support that it's getting
throughout the world.
And we both saw this post where someone, I think it was like a Twitter post, and there was like a screenshot and put on Instagram where someone was like, I wish you guys would, like, when they said like over 1 million people have signed up for it, someone said that I wish you guys would show this much amount of support for like climate change or the oceans or whatever it was. And I think that's an important topic. Because of right now Europe is going through a heat wave, like an insane heat wave,
and people are still not thinking about that. They're still worried about these kind of topics that are not relevant.
And I wanna ask you why do you think that people do that?
So you see, Area 51, it's more of like a hidden secret. And
I don't think it's like a hidden secret. Yeah, people just don't know what's.
People don't know what that is. So when someone doesn't know what exactly is involved in that place, they're very curious. Whereas for climate change, I think it's been over 10 years, even for us as kids.
People just don't.
It's an open topic, but people are aware of it, but they don't really pay that much attention to it because it's not something that interests them and us as like youth. It's not part of pop culture, Something like Area 51, raiding that place, finding out what there is, UFOs, all of this kind of stuff. I don't know, it makes people more curious. So that's why they lean towards that side, more towards the pop culture side, and that's what interests our youth.
They watch too many movies.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about it?
People are, to be honest, climate change is a real thing, but people just don't care much about it. And if they have an opportunity to do something stupid, they will. Area 51 is like a big example.
Yeah. People just want to do it for
They just want to do it for the fun of it.
The fun of it.
I guess, you know how you have the Ice Age and all those ages? There's the Information Age. It's come to like the Meme Age.
The Meme Age. It's true.
That's actually good. That's actually pretty good.
The Meme Age.
That's actually pretty well, alright. Anyways, so the Meme Age. No, I get it. I think people do a lot of shit for just the laughs
and the attention.
Since social media has become such a big thing, anything can go viral so easily. So people do the most stupidest thing.
Unexpected.
Yeah, but you know what the most popular videos on the internet are right now? It's all stupid stuff. So people
doesn't really make sense.
It's become a trend. They want to do stupid stuff to get famous.
So, like, if you know the backstory, the guy who put up this post, the guy who made the page, I read his interview and he said he didn't expect it to blow up this much. And then when it did, he was scared that the FBI would come and raid his own
He did say that. He publicly says that
he was scared.
It's a joke and he is not responsible for it.
So, and then he didn't expect it to blow up this much, and now that it has, he said he doesn't want to be a part of it. And because he created it, now there's 1 million people who are going to go for that.
More than 1 million.
More than 1 million. It's like 1.5
We can't stop them all, apparently.
Naruto. The worst part is he said the group said that we go to Area 51 and Naruto run through the entire thing. They can't to see them aliens. They can't shoot us all.
Funny,
it's funny.
Stupid.
It's funny, but like it's stupidly funny because like you wouldn't expect this shit to work, but
it's going to work.
It is working, and now that it's working, like people just don't know what the hell to do. Like there's this guy, I think I was told this, but like there's a hotel in Nevada right next to Area 51, and it's like been fully booked for September 20th.
It's that small town called Rachel or something.
I don't know what it is, but like the entire hotel is booked, and like people are actually going to go there on September 20th. Have spent money to actually book a hotel and like
stay there.
Yeah, and stay there. And the worst part is this is not only like limited to America. I'm pretty sure people from all over the world have joined that Facebook group.
I mean, I was tempted as well. I wouldn't lie.
Just for the memes.
Because it is funny, and like I think for our age, we tend to do things that are trending.
Yeah. Not even that. We need something to like stimulate our, because this is why like you have a meme that trends for an entire month, and then the next day, once the month is over, it's irrelevant.
But it's human nature. People do what others do.
Yeah, I
It's like
know.
they're following.
I know that,
Others.
but the thing is like we can't stick to one thing for that long. Like even if once like you see September 20th will come,
It
like
will
all this
happen.
shit will happen. Whatever
then-
happens.
It'll be-
Yeah, people will be stopped. People will. I don't know what will happen, but like I don't think. What I think is gonna happen is people are gonna go there. They're gonna show up, right? And then they're like the
Military.
U.S. forces, the military, whatever. They'll just be like, listen, go back. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, this is your final warning or whatever, but just go back.
Because to think about it, you see, the military can't really. They did say they will shoot people, but
They
They
do
can't
have the
really-
policy. Yeah.
they have the policy. But then, will they really shoot?
I
Like
don't think so.
civilians,
I
because they
don't think
haven't-
they'll just do it to do it. Like, you
They
know,
will
I
do it
don't
to
think
do
they'll shoot on sight.
Because if you're trespassing like a property, you can't be shot at. But that's what
You
they've
It is-
said.
it
you,
is
you technically can. It's
the
America.
U.S. government property. You don't want to be trespassing.
You
that.
don't want to be a child.
Unless
either way.
they'll capture them, hold them up, and do tests.
Have
on
you
them.
have you played GTA?
Yes.
You know when you fly over.
Oh
military
yeah,
base,
you get
just
like
see
5
two jets
stars.
coming
coming
up
at you.
behind
Yeah,
you.
you get 5 stars
Yeah.
on you. No, I'm just saying that I think people will go there, and because it'll be like if there's like 10 people, they'll just be told to turn around. They won't even go.
But
if it's like 10 people, they won't even go.
they won't go.
If it's like maybe 1,000, 2,000,
They might
3,000
try.
people, they'll try,
but they'll
but
be
they'll
stopped.
be turned around.
They'll be turned around.
100%.
Because you see, it says 1.5 million people going.
Yeah.
But out of that, some of them will just go there and camp. They wouldn't really.
Go
Out of all
actually
the
try
people
to
who
raise.
said going, how many people do you think will
Actually
actually go?
That's also a good one.
It's
And
just,
maybe people just join the group for memes.
It
For
is
memes,
basically that, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing now. If people are doing this for something that's this irrelevant, why can't they do the same
They
thing?
could.
Something
yeah,
that's just
potentially.
literally going to
relevant.
last a month.
Yeah.
Like once the month of August is over, I don't
It's
think it'll be
gonna go
relevant.
over.
And September 20th will come and go, and everyone will forget about it.
Yeah.
Cool thing would be if
Unless
Area
people
51
die, of course.
If Area 51 was has the solution for climate change and people go there,
Exactly.
then
That'd be actually
they allow
pretty
people.
cool.
They
Actually
allow 1.5 million people in there. They're like, okay, this is the solution. Go spread it around. They'll be disappointed. People will be disappointed.
They're
Well,
actually
ex-
disappointed.
you think they'll actually be expecting to see aliens?
I think it's
This
not
is
true.
movie talk.
It's just movie talk. It's speculation, and you know
But
over
again,
the years.
we don't know anything. No one knows what's in there.
Yeah.
So
Because it is a big area, and then if they
Oh,
did
it's
have,
you
massive.
could see my clones.
Yeah.
You know.
Give us a backstory and that shit.
No, you give us that because
Okay,
it's not
yeah,
me who
yeah.
started this.
Neal's
oh yeah,
clones-
6 clones.
More than that. That's
Yeah,
I
in his
think at
basement,
this
was
point.
it?
My
So-
7th floor.
So this is like
Seven-story
what? This
basement.
is in junior high where we had. I think this again. Double came up with this. And he said-
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Double is like
Always the one.
Double has been the biggest troll.
And he always puts shit on everyone.
But like you don't even like you don't
Expect
even
him.
notice. No,
Yeah.
you don't even notice. You think someone else did, but it's actually Double who's done everything. So one day he just came up to me and he's like, "Yo, you know Neal has a basement." And I was like, "What?"
I remember. this story.
We've all been to Neal's house, and I was like, "Wait, what do
Neal's
you
house?
mean Neal has a basement?
Secret
Neal doesn't have a basement." He's like, "Yeah, he has a secret basement."
hideout,
And he's like, "It doesn't even have 1 floor; it has like 7 floors.
This is my old house. It doesn't have 7 floors, but again,
7
double
basements.
stock.
7 floors in a basement."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what we were saying. And then I was like, "What the hell?" And then he's like, yeah. Each floor is like something different. So it's like the first floor is something, the second floor is something, the third floor is like a teddy bear collection,
I remember this.
a teddy bear collection. And then he's like, the 6th floor or something like that has a cloning
Clones.
machine. Has a cloning machine where Neal sits
Makes
there
clones
and
of
he makes
himself.
clones. And then
To
we
do
came up
all-
with this whole theory that like Neal has a clone that comes to school. Neal has a clone that when we go out he has
He has
a
a
clone
different
that comes for
But
that.
the actual Neil is just at home growing
The
fat.
actual Neal
Just
is like
eating
some
shit.
fat guy
Dude,
who's like
on
just
his
chilling
sofa.
there.
He can't stand
He
up,
can't
he's on a
stand up.
wheelchair.
Because
It's like that movie Wally. Have you seen?
Yeah, the
how
fat
people
dude.
are
Yeah,
stuck
all
in
those
chairs?
With the
Basically,
small
yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
bicycles.
Yeah. So that was the whole thing where
So are you the clone right now?
They're all in Area 51.
no,
yeah.
this is a
No,
clone.
Yeah, I'm
The
a clone.
actual Neal is still in the basement, man, making more clones.
Oh, what if they captured him? You're in Area 51.
They can't capture him. It's too big.
Red Giant.
This is Area 52 now. We're talking about.
Wow, we're
So his house is considered an extraterrestrial
No one knows about
zone.
So yeah, that was a whole thing.
Backstory.
There's like more to his basement apparently, but I've forgotten. The only thing I remember is there's a teddy bear collection, and there's a clothing machine.
See, I don't even know any of the original Kainos. So yeah, I can't
So
tell
you are
you
the
anything. I'm a clone, yeah.
Can I get a
Apparently.
cloning machine?
Do you want to use it?
Yeah.
You want plenty more
I
plenties?
need
Plenty more plenties.
I knew he would say that. That's a good one though.
Yeah,
But yeah, back to the thing.
exactly.
So I don't think there's anything extraterrestrial. I think it's just like a
It's just
testing
an Air
ground.
Force base.
Air Force. Well, they're saying that, but you never know.
Nuclear weapons, man.
Nuclear weapons.
It's a possibility. Like anything.
The number of nuclear weapons in the world can.
I think
literally
besides
destroy
aliens
the whole
and
planet.
Harambe and all that shit.
King Kong.
Yeah, besides all that, I think there's like anything else is a possibility. Like can be like a weapons testing facility or like some,
Bio-nuclear weapons.
yeah,
and stuff
whatever.
like that.
Some really classified high tech
Stuff.
shit.
But that's what makes people speculate things and makes them more curious. And
Yeah,
that's how
the
this
thing
whole
is,
thing
but
came
you
up.
can't really let this out in
Public. Yeah, you can't.
And the thing is, like the American like public is like
Mad.
very, very, very curious about things that like the government keeps from them. Like they
Yeah.
won't let the government
Chill.
do the work in peace. They'll be like, "What are you hiding this
What are
time,
you hiding?"
motherfuckers?" Like,
But like, yeah, I watched this video. They were talking about how they have a runway on their site.
Yeah.
People have seen it from Google Maps,
Mm.
and it's big enough to land the biggest plane on
Mm.
that's created. So, the main speculation for Area 51 is that they use it for airplane testing and stuff.
Testing, yeah.
Because there is this one plane, I think it's called a Black Hawk, that they created as a stealth plane.
mhm.
Oh, the
Is it really-
SR-71
I don't know what it's called.
Blackbird.
Blackbird or
Blackbird,
Black Hawk. Yeah, so basically they
Tested it there.
tested it there, yeah. And you can't even see it fly. It's a really stealthy plane.
Yeah, it's the SR-71 Blackbird or something like that.
Mm. And it's really, I think it has
Fast.
like a 52-meter wingspan or
Oh
something.
wow!
So
holy
you need a
shit.
big runway for that shit.
I think they used that plane to spy on the Russians in like the Cold War.
Who
Maybe
knows?
they used it for the ending scene of Fast and the Furious
Maybe.
when they were on that long ass runway.
Area
And
51.
then that whole thing lasted like 15 minutes, and you're like, "How long is this fucking runway, man?"
Oh my god.
So yeah, maybe Area 51 is just
Or
a
maybe
filming location. And the reason why it's so heavily guarded is because like all the movie stars are kept there. They don't live in
Hollywood.
Beverly Hills or anything. They just live in Area 51, all of them.
That's where
Their
Hollywood.
clones are in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, their clones are what we see,
Cloning.
paparazzi and all
Man,
that
I mean,
shit.
it's just an illusion to us.
But I would actually want to go and find out now to think about it.
So see you sign up for that
Yeah.
page. It's September 20th. I'll be waiting for you.
Fine, we go together.
No, come
Yes.
to Philadelphia and then you
Yeah,
go
we
to
can
Nevada.
fly together.
Nah, I'm not.
We
me,
take
I'm
a
not
caravan.
Me, I like my life. Me, I like my life the way
Make
it
sure
is.
to get your 2-week holiday from work.
Oh yeah, you can actually then you can go there and you can send me pictures of looking for Harambe. The way you used to send me on Snapchat like every time they go out clubbing. You used to
Looking
send
for
me
Harambe.
like at 2:30 a.m. You'd be send me a pictures
'Cause
like
there
looking
was
for
once-
Harambe because
No,
there's
there
no
was
one.
once
There's
we ended up like at a cemetery.
Oh wow!
Wow, okay.
I don't know.
That got
I
done
don't
Was this
know
in
what-
Sheffield,
uni?
yeah.
This was like in
Alright.
first year, and I don't know what we were doing in the cemetery.
And he's like looking for Harambe, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this, man?"
Yeah, we were so drunk.
And he kept sending me. So every time he goes out looking for Harambe comes.
But it was a sad story. Come on.
Yeah,
What if
that's
Harambe was captured from his zoo and put in there?
In
And they
where?
made him mad,
Where?
go mental.
Where? In the cemetery or Area 51?
Area 51.
They made him go mental, and then they put him back in the
They put
zoo.
him back.
When the kid fell down, they just shot him. They're like, "Shit, what will happen now?" You may never know.
Or maybe they have stuff like Godzilla they're testing in Area 51.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Not
yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But
Crazy.
anyways,
so
we're digressing.
back to the story of if a million people put the same.
Do you
amount of-
actually think
What?
that even if a million people do show the same amount of enthusiasm as it, because I think they do, not the same million, but at least a different
a different million
group of million people show the same amount of enthusiasm
for climate
for
change.
climate change as they do for Area 51.
It has to come
It's
from
not
the
the
youth,
but
yeah.
the thing
It's
is
not the youth.
Yeah, see,
I think
The
it's
older
more. I think
generation-
it's more the youth that's interested in climate change than the older generation.
because
the
yeah,
older
it's-
generation are like stuck in their own ways.
they
Because-
also they're I don't know if they're gonna live until climate change becomes disastrous or
'Cause
whatever.
That's
It's
what
a
I'm
youth
saying, so-
problem now.
Yeah, and I believe that. In fact, it's like over 1 million people. When that 10 tree thing, those guys.
century thing.
Yeah, when they were like, post this on your story and we'll plant
A tree.
a tree, yeah, or whatever. Like they got to 500,000, 500,000.
500,000. But then you see some people just do it to share it on their story. That I
It doesn't matter. At least they did something, right? This was like
They did
actual
something.
visible change. That like this Area 51, like you can go, but like what difference are you making?
They're not making
Doesn't
anything.
really, like
That's what I'm
doesn't really
saying.
matter. This one, like even if you join the event, yeah, on Facebook, like it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Even if you join the event, it doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna go. Like it's not like you're getting a plane ticket the next day in the mail and you're going.
You're going.
But this one, like at least you shared something and like something actually
you
happened.
raised awareness for it.
Not even raise awareness, but they actually did. They took action. Like they actually like planted a tree or whatever, based off of that. I think it's like genuinely. I think that
It's dope.
people actually give a
Willing
shit
for
about climate change, but it's just because it's not a
They're
shit
lazy.
that they do.
They're
No,
lazy.
it's not that shit that they do for. We do it like for just the memes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't get the
That much
attention that it
attention,
needs.
yeah.
Because people do it obviously, but they do it like in the background. They do it silently.
Find a stupid way to fix it. People will be
Yeah,
interested.
find a stupid way to fix fucking climate change.
Like you see,
if you're like for every person who joins this Area 51 group will plant a tree.
that's what I was gonna come to.
Like 1.5 million
Million
trees
trees.
have already been planted.
So imagine all those people. They go there
Yeah.
and around Area 51.
I mean, okay, you can't really do that.
You
It's
can't
a
do
desert.
that.
It's a
It's- yeah.
desert.
Still.
But imagine there was an area like that. They just plant 1 million trees.
Yeah.
In that area.
Yeah, I mean, not
So-
even in. It doesn't even have to be in America. It can be anywhere.
Anywhere,
in the world.
yeah.
Yeah. This guy, whoever created the group, he's like, okay, he's just like, all right, this is what we're gonna do for every person who is actually, because it's
Signed
actually
up.
got so much traction. You can get sponsors who will.
You can get sponsors. You can get the governments to be involved in it.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna do like something for climate change, then you can get like a government of like a developing country.
Yeah.
They'll be like, fuck yeah, come plant 1.5 million trees. We don't give a shit.
It's actually doable. Because then imagine 1 million trees are planted. Like each tree takes up about 22 kilograms of carbon every year. So if 1 million trees are planted right
That's
now,
22 million
22 million.
in like
Tons.
maybe 10 years.
Yeah, but still,
I know, it's insane.
it's insane. It's just that you need to have
you just need people who are like
willing
creative enough
to
and
think
like
about
willing
this
enough to come up with a
solution
stupid solution
Yeah.
to do it.
to do something, and like yeah,
Because
like I can say right now, okay, I don't know how plausible this is, but like for example, right, for every maybe 10 views this video gets, we'll plant a
plant
tree.
one. Yeah,
So if it gets 400, we plant 40. Gets
Exactly.
500, we plant 50.
Okay.
Like that,
that's actually doable.
right? But like, where do you get the trees from? Either way.
So see, that's similar to this search engine called Ecosia. Have you heard of Ecosia?
No.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
have. So
Yeah.
I use it myself, and like they say, for every 45 searches, they plant one tree, and it's actually happening in Kenya. Like
Yeah, it's in Kenya, right?
They had
It's either in Kenya or it's in an African country. I know that for
It's
sure.
in Kenya. It's the, what do you call it? The Mama, what was her name? Wangari Maathai. Yeah.
Wangari Maathai.
It's her foundation that's planting the trees.
Oh.
So if they can do something similar for this,
you see, the thing is, like, these web browsers and everything, you have all these tools, but like people want convenience, right? I used to use this web browser called Brave,
yeah,
and what they do is they block every single ad.
Mm.
On, we don't need ad block or anything.
they just block it.
They block every single ad. They load your page faster and all that shit. It's really convenient, right? And like, it was good for like YouTube creators where.
You want to get rid of all that.
Yeah, so if you're partnered with the Brave company, right, as a YouTuber,
Yeah,
even if your ads are blocked, you'll still get like
Paid.
you'll
They'll
still
still
get
get
paid for the like every view you get off of a Brave like
Oh,
browser
okay.
because you're like a supported creator.
So even though it's blocked, you still
Even though your ads
get
are blocked, you still get paid.
Okay. No.
Or something like that. It was something like that. But the thing is, like, people want other shit. Like, you want all these, like, you go on the Chrome web store, yeah, you can get like a VPN, you can get all this other stuff.
Adblocker and all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, you don't get it in any other browsers. That's the only problem. If you get it, if all these extensions that you get on Chrome are available everywhere, people would use fucking this thing. Like,
Exactly.
whoever wanted to, they would use it.
Like the thing is with this, the searches aren't that broad. The searches are limited. It's not like Google. That's why not many people use it. But the thing is, the idea is for like Area 51, the people who signed up. Like maybe the guy who created the page does something similar. I don't know, like for every view or
Every click
every
that-
10 people that makes it to Area 51, he himself will get sponsors to plant a tree or something like that.
Yeah,
It
you
can
have
happen.
1.5 million on a group.
Yeah, you can do
You
so
can
much
get a sponsor easily.
easily for that.
Not even one. You can get like 15, 20 sponsors.
It's doable.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, yeah, I can see
If
that.
each one of them donates $1,
Yeah,
you
something
get
like that.
$1.5 million just like
$1
that.
is like nothing.
But 1.5 million.
It's so much.
No, what can you do with 1.5 million? You can do so much.
Yeah.
There's so many fundraisers on Facebook as well. Start one on the Area 51 page.
Yeah. Because, did you guys hear about David Attenborough going to the Glastonbury Festival?
Yeah.
And then he gave a speech to the whole crowd. Like he was focusing on the youth. And he talked about climate change and how we only have 12 years left. And
Until it becomes actually
yeah, and then what happened was
irreversible.
the entire like Glastonbury Festival went plastic free.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So because he did that, the youths were aware, and they actually took the pledge to make the festival plastic free. So people like him have the influence. So
And just
I mean-
the only problem is that's a tiny drop in the ocean.
that's the thing. Now we have
So
something like this.
The
you have,
issue
you have
is-
Tomorrowland going on for 2 weekends,
Exactly. If
and it's
people
literally
target
gonna
that,
if it's not the same, is all that they did in Glastonbury is gonna be reversed in like a one day.
second, because of Tomorrowland.
In 1 day, because Tomorrowland is probably 10 times bigger.
Insane. Yeah.
once people come up with a cheaper alternative to plastic, that
Mm.
would be good. But at the moment, plastic is so cheap and so versatile. No one wants to go away from it.
Yeah. So you see, it's not. It's about plastic, climate change. All of these things are related.
Yeah, I know. I get it. And it's the thing is, like, everyone here, like all the youth and everyone, like, people are so creative. This guy who just did the Area 51 thing just for the memes, just for the jokes, he probably was like, you know what, fuck it.
Just
He
do
just
it.
woke up. He just woke up one
make
day
it
and
up.
he was like,
Storm Area 51.
Storm
we saw Naruto run through
Naruto
area,
run.
Naruto,
That was the funniest thing. ever.
Naruto run through Area 51. Yeah, and like that's not something you just think about, right? But like, if you use that same brain power
For something.
for something
that's
like that,
relevant,
actually makes
a
a difference.
in the world.
Like,
Naruto run through a forest and
Plant trees, yeah.
drop seeds everywhere. There we go. Start a Facebook page.
See, like Kenya, I don't know, Kenya is doing this thing where you have those charcoal seed balls. where-
Was it? And then they slingshot it.
Yeah, it's like, it's...
oh yeah, I
it's a
just like
seed.
someone put
that's-
it on their story.
Yeah, I think it's a seed. It's covered in like a charcoal. It's like a ball, and then you just throw it. And when it rains, the seed goes on the ground, and you can just.
It would be
choose-
cool. Start like paintball tournaments instead
Yeah.
of paintballs. Use
use
seeds.
the seeds.
And then you just
Dude,
shoot
those
people.
will actually hurt, you know. Those
But-
will actually
Okay,
hurt.
I get armor.
But you're
That-
doing it
that
for the
will
climate.
actually
So you,
really
you
hurt.
take it for the earth. You know.
I mean,
You take it for fucking
Take it for the
die, you know. Like, imagine someone who just goes and he's just like, I'm taking it for the earth, and he just gets bombarded.
also, Yash, do you want to show the viewers how to do a Naruto run?
No.
I don't know how to do
Please
that.
no, please no, please no. That shit is cringe, man.
Coming back to the same topic. Did
Topic.
you
Topic.
Sorry. This song called Earth by
Oh
Lil
yeah,
Dicky.
Lil Dicky.
Lil
See,
That
he
was a
did
good
something
song, yeah.
similar where
Yeah.
he said for every view he gets,
Or
he
every
was gonna.
On YouTube, or was it like every play he gets on
I think
Spotify
for every
or something
play he
like that?
gets, Leonardo DiCaprio's fundraiser was gonna, I don't know, do something with the money they get from those views.
Ah, I see.
So you see stuff like that, where people actually care.
Yeah,
Can
you just hide it.
Yeah.
Just hide. You don't have to tell people that you're doing this.
You just had.
Then once you've done it, you'll be like, okay, yeah, this is what I did.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like, even if you, I feel like if you do something, for example, right, this little Dicky guy, he probably got really lucky with the song and everything.
Because
right?
he had so many famous artists.
Yeah, like,
coming
or
to it.
maybe, okay, so maybe now you have like, for example, either this podcast does really well. Okay, we get like 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, right? Now, if I didn't say that for every 10 views we get, I'll plant a tree, right? If I didn't say it, right, and then after I did it, I'd be like, okay, here, because we got 1,000 views, I planted 100 trees,
Yeah.
right? I think that would make a lot more impact than you saying,
Same.
okay, now for every view this thing gets, we'll plant a tree, right? I feel like people are kind of like ticked off by that because they think they're just doing that
For the sake
like
of it.
for the sake of
Yeah.
it, or like to make this song or make this video more viral or whatever, like something like that. But if you just do it without
Without
anyone,
any agenda, like, you just do
anyone
it.
knowing,
Yeah.
you just do it without anyone knowing.
It's still gonna help.
It's gonna help, and like I feel like if your song is or if your video or whatever is good enough, right? People will recognize it anyways.
You don't need this.
You
kind
don't
of
need
stuff.
the standalone like this secondary thing, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know. We'll see. I think I still genuinely think that people, even if 1.5 million people show the same amount of commitment that they did this fucking Area 51 thing, it wouldn't really make a difference. It's just another drop in the ocean, which will be reversed the very next weekend or the very next day or
Very next minute.
yeah.
Next minute. That's true. Like, you know, even when they had these climate strikes around the world, like in Germany, they are happening in like London and stuff.
Yeah, where the guys
So,
are standing on ice
and
blocks and
From
shit.
what I felt, because okay, they did go on strike to raise awareness for the government to do things, but if the same number of people went and just planted a tree again, it would make more
that's
sense.
what I'm saying. Just instead of
Getting
being
attention.
really loud,
Yeah, like getting
and just
attention.
do stuff at the background in the
That-
background silently, like
Yeah,
I guess you
I
don't
think
really
that's
need to
gonna-
wait for people. You can do it yourself.
just do it.
yeah.
yourself.
And then once you're done, maybe you say that, okay, here I planted like 10 trees or I did something, right? I think that would get way more attention, and I think that would be like a way more better
Then something.
than just standing on a block of ice and
yeah.
trying to hang yourself.
Yeah. And like you see, even though they did climate strikes, they were actually polluting the environment because of all the wrappers they use, all the confetti, you know, all the things they were using
Yeah.
for the strike.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really.
It's very it's contradictory to
Yeah,
what they're
they're doing.
Yeah. I don't get it. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, no matter how much you try, there's gonna be something that you do that will always whatever.
You
And
just-
me and Murtaza also talked about this a while back. We were like on the podcast. We were like, people who do, they say that okay, in our house now we're not gonna use any plastics
Yeah.
or anything like that. That doesn't really make a difference.
Difference.
Even if you don't, your neighbors are gonna
Gonna
use
use
plastic and nothing but plastic. What are you gonna do about that? Like, you
Nothing
can
much.
share on Instagram or whatever like that, but like, really, are you really gonna help them in that way?
Are you really doing it, or you're just doing it for?
Yeah, like if you need to do this to get a share on Instagram, then you really shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
One person can't really make a difference, but
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah,
together can.
you tell a bunch of your friends, right? Yeah, that for example, right? I'll be like, oh, yo guys, we go just plant trees.
Trees, yeah.
We don't post it on Instagram
We
or
just do it
anything.
for
We
the
don't
video.
advertise anything. We just go plant trees
Just do it.
and like make it
We'll
a
have-
yearly tradition.
Yeah.
I think that's just genuinely better than posting some shit on
I did
on
this for
Instagram.
the climate. I did this
Yeah, or
to
like
get attention and.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. People like this Area 51 thing is just an attention seeking thing. maybe the guy didn't expect it to grow big,
He
but
clearly
like
didn't.
you really
He's
can't.
actually scared.
He was scared of the FBI coming.
You
and
really,
raiding his house.
you really can't help it at this point. Like, if anything, he needs to turn this into something good instead of
Yeah.
something that's like either harmful to him or harmful to the people who are actually going to go to the event, even if they're going to go
Yeah.
to the event.
Because you see now he has the upper advantage. He has 1.5 million people listening to him.
Yeah,
So instead of using that manpower for something like this, he could easily divert it. to
100%,
something.
100%.
Yeah. But
Anyways, I think we've had
That's
a good
good.
discussion. Yeah.
good discussion.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Other Side. We will see you
Thank you.
next time, same place. Goodbye.